How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, Amanda's going to show you how to make body fat using cream-based paint. Alright guys, for this tutorial you'll need scar wax. You're more than welcome to use store-bought scar wax if you so choose, but Amanda prefers to use homemade scar wax. If you'd like to know how to make homemade scar wax, there'll be a video linked down in the description where Amanda shows you how. Next, you'll need Ben Nye Chrome Yellow to color the wax to give it that fatty color. Amanda will also be using sculpting tools to illustrate texture within the body fat. You're going to need a mixing palette and some sort of sculpting tool so you can mix the color into the wax. You also want to be sure that you have some Vaseline on hand. Vaseline helps loosen up the wax to make it easier to craft. Lastly, you're going to want to make sure that you have glycerin. Amanda uses glycerin to give the body fat that added glossy and shiny look to it. So first, Amanda's going to take some of her scar wax, just a little bit. Now she's going to put it down on the mixing palette. She's going to grab some of her Ben Nye Chrome Yellow. Now she's going to take her spatula and she's going to start to scrape out some of the color. About that much is okay. Now she's going to start to mix it into the blank scar wax. You also want to be sure that the color is evenly mixed in the wax. You don't want clumps of yellow in one part of the wax and then another part there is barely any pigment. So you just want to make sure you take your time and keep mixing. And while you're blending, if you feel like there isn't enough color, you can always grab more of the cream pigment and add more. So this is the consistency that you would want. It kind of looks like eggs, but this is the even coating of the color you'd want to aim for. So next, Amanda is going to take a bit of her yellow scar wax, just like this. And what she's going to do is she's going to lay a little bit of it on her hand. So next, Amanda is going to blend down the edges of the yellow scar wax. Just a reminder, this tutorial is centered around how to make scar wax look like body fat. What Amanda's doing right now is she is pretty much showing an example of the texture you'd want to achieve within a cut to show how body fat should look. So she's not aiming for anything particular in terms of the cut she's making, she's just showing an example. So now that Amanda blended down the edges, she's going to take some of her Vaseline. She's going to take her spatula, take a bit of the Vaseline, and she's going to coat it on top of the wax. This is going to help smooth down the scar wax and give the fat a nice shine to it. So now that Amanda has a good amount of Vaseline on the scar wax, she's going to take some of her sculpting tools. And what she's going to do with her sculpting tools is she's going to make some fat patterns onto the scar wax. When you look at real injuries, you can notice that the fat texture has little circles and jagged lines running throughout it. It's overall a complete mess. So what Amanda tries to do is she tries to lightly dab the scar wax to try to emulate that type of texture. While Amanda is doing this, she occasionally dips her sculpting tools in a bit of Vaseline so the scar wax won't stick onto it. And remember, while you're doing this, move in little circular motions so you get that right texture. once again, this location is quite random. Amanda's just demonstrating how to make the fat texture. Normally when Amanda does a fatty effect, she would choose an area with more body fat like the leg or the arm. Now that Amanda has added some texture to the body fat, she's going to grab some of her blank scar wax and she's going to create a small cut. The reason for her doing this is instead of just detailing the body fat and giving it some texture, she's going to show you how it would look in the format of a cut, encased in a cut. So it's nothing crazy, but it's just a small cut to show an example. She's going to add some of her blank scar wax onto the edges. Now she's blending down the edges of the blank scar wax. Now Amanda's going to add some color to her blank scar wax. And lastly, you want to get some glycerin. And this part of the effect is optional. This is just a technique Amanda chooses to use. And what you want to do is get one of your brushes and you want to dip it inside the glycerin and you want to lightly dab it in the middle of the cut where the fat is. Amanda personally loves adding glycerin due to the fact that it gives that nasty shine to the fat, so that when you move it, it looks pretty realistic as well. Alright guys, so this is how Amanda makes body fat using Ben Nye yellow cream based paint. Amanda's not going to add blood to this effect due to the fact that she wants to just show you guys how the body fat's supposed to look within the cut. And if you guys liked the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and also leave a comment. And be sure to subscribe, and when you subscribe, hit the bell button on the side so that you're notified every time Amanda drops a new video. Thank you so much for staying until the end, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey guys, before I go, I wanted to let you in on an opportunity to get featured on my Instagram channel. I've always been interested to see the recreations you guys make from my tutorials, and I know my Instagram followers will love to see them too. All you have to do to get featured is first be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. Then be sure to watch the tutorial in its entirety and recreate the effect. When you are finished, take a picture of your recreation and post it on Instagram with the hashtag amandaprescottfx. However, in order for me to see your work, make sure your account is public before posting. 2 weeks after the posting of this video, I will select 5 recreations of the effect and post it on my Instagram. If you do not get featured on your first attempt, don't worry. I will do features every time I post a tutorial, so there will be plenty of opportunities. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.